That a couple of eagles go up on that tree.
Really?
From time to time.
Eagles come up. Okay, no problem. We're not here to talk about eagles. We're here to talk about clear cutting again. Okay, so we still spray here in New Brunswick. How come we don't see no planes circling around? They just do it in the deep woods? Or?
They are out there. I get calls. I get an
do it
email.
at night? That people can see them, or?
No, it's during the day. There's so you can go into your local Department of Natural Resources DNR office and get a map, and there's also it's also online, so you can see where they're going to spray this year.
Is it safe?
Well, we feel because the fact that Health Canada is doing a review and it won't be done until 2014, that the government should take a precautionary approach, and they should say, well, maybe, and the fact that it's a chemical that's sprayed and we're already saturated with chemicals in our environment, may not be as bad as Agent Orange, but
is the government spraying to help the Irving's paper mill? Is that what this is all about?
Well,
so that the tree will grow faster and Irving can cut them faster?
It's benefiting the forestry companies.
So who's paying for the spray?
Well, we are, because we fund the silviculture, so that's part of the silviculture program. So New Brunswick, Maine, the state of Maine, J.D. Irving doesn't get this. Other companies don't get this in the state of Maine, but in New Brunswick, because we see it as an investment.
But Irving doesn't have as much power as it used to be. He used to have he owned all the newspapers, so Irving, the government will bow to Irving because they could crucify them in their so-called newspaper. But now with social media, it's a new ball game now.
Yeah. So a number of us, like I was on CBC last 2 weeks ago, and a forest ecologist, Donna Crossland, was also on, and Mark Arsenault from the New Brunswick Forest Products Association, who represents the forestry companies, not J.D. Irving, I think, but the other forestry companies, was also on debating what we said. We also received a letter from J.D. Irving that we are going to respond to too, because they take issue with some of the things that we said about our maps, and we stand behind them. When you go to our overview,
what's your website again?
acadianforest.ca. For instance, they say that this is a screen capture when it's actually these Google Maps are updated.
So what's that?
Google keeps them updated. So this, when you go here, you can click on these different to see pictures as well as videos. So you can hear this man talk about clear cutting in his backyard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So. This guy's clearly upset because this is an area that it's an area where he lives, and they clear cut the area, and he just happened to come upon it.
What's that? Coming to that?
Oh, a Frenchman like that.
No, he's a Mamashir.
Oh, is that the accent?
Yeah, that's the accent.
Look at that.
This is great. Beautiful.
Oh, so, okay.
We see one piece of it here has been wiped off the face of the earth. For what? I'm not sure.
Yeah, he talks like me almost. Now, so that goes to show you, everybody can, with social media, do a video like that and go around. So now people are filming. So it's pretty hard to hide big companies to clear cut now. But companies don't give a damn now. They'll go ahead and do it.
Yeah, and I think when we look at it, there's been a public survey done. The government actually commissioned this survey a few years ago on public opinions about how they want to see their forests managed. And New Brunswickers that live in rural areas as well as urban areas, that they want to see their forests managed to protect the water and biodiversity, so all the wildlife, the trees that exist in our forests. So those were the two top priorities, and then jobs, of course, was also a priority. But the fact we don't feel that the government is doing the first two priorities, and the survey also said that people trust us, the Conservation Council, as a voice in.
Have you been in a plane that flew over?
Yeah, I flew over once over a clear cut in the Elgin, Sussex area.
Did you? And was it bad? Was it that bad?
Yeah, when you're up in a plane and you can see the the large blocks of brown and in the middle of a forest. It's quite sad to see that when you're on the top of Mount Carlton and you can see the clear cuts.
Me and you, we I was taking the same thing. I was in Mount Carlton last year. You couldn't see the clear cutting from up there. I couldn't.
Some places you can see them.
Really?
When you go up them. Did you get to the top?
I got that last 400 meters. That was a hard one. I went right on top.
Yeah, I think from certain angles, and when you're driving through the area too, you can.
Did you make it on top?
Yes, I did.
You did? Is it only one time?
I went a few times. There's a few mountains. Mount Sagamuk is a nice trail.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful area there, and so there's different forest types throughout the province too, right? So you see more, a little bit more boreal up there, but forest. But
what do you see in New Brunswick in 20 years from now?
I hope that there's a change in the way that we manage the forest. It's not just conserving what's left. We need to move towards restoring what's been destroyed, and the forest is a resilient. I think it can come back, but we need to stop clear cutting and spraying the woods. We have people. My father and my grandfather worked in the woods all their lives, using horses, doing low impact forestry, doing select cutting, taking certain trees, not clear cutting, and I know that people that work in the woods like them don't agree with clear cutting. They think it's a crime to do that to our forest, our wildlife, and our people. Like there's other options, and when we see the mills closing the last few years, clearly the system, the way that we do forestry is not working, and the problem exists across Canada too. We're just behind Brazil in our forest exploitation. So we talk about how bad clear cutting is in the rainforest in Brazil. Well, it's just as bad, almost as bad as in Canada.
And we're gonna lose you.
I'm coming back.
You sure?
Yes.
You sure? New York. You might love it. You might stay there.
There'll probably be too much concrete there for me, and I'll want to come back to the Acadian Forest.
You will love Central Park. Central Park.
But it's not the Acadian Forest.
No, it's not the Acadian Forest. Tracy, good luck.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.